Sio Nigada. I'm MaddieHabeck. I am a graduate student at the University of Oklahoma studying political and intercultural communication. I also intern here in Oklahoma City at the Capitol, as well as I'm a teaching assistant for my department. I wanted to come speak to you today and encourage you to pass this resolution. Indigenous Peoples Day means a great deal to the community, as I'm sure you've seen from everybody speaking today. We're all very passionate about it, and we recognize how important it is for our future and for our youth and for our community. I'm also the president of the Native American sorority at OU, so I'm speaking on their behalf. Let's see. So just to start off with some history, let's be honest, Columbus was lost, right? And he was wrong. I'm not an Indian. I'm indigenous. I'm Chalagi. He was a mass murderer, and as you've heard, he committed countless unspeakable atrocities. When you allow this kind of a person to be celebrated, what kind of message does that send to our community? What kind of message does that send to our children? Our communities, as mentioned before, suffer from high rates of addiction, from suicide, from sexual assault. We have the highest rate of sexual assault for our women in any minority community in the United States. It's 1 in 3. That is absolutely unfathomable. So if you allow Columbus Day to continue to be a holiday rather than replacing it with Indigenous Peoples Day, what kind of message does that send? We should be supporting these communities rather than to allow them to be continually torn down. And by rejecting this, symbolically, that's what you're doing. We need to be built up. What do you have to lose from this? You have everything to gain. You're not just showing support and solidarity for the Native community, but you're also showing support and solidarity for any historically oppressed community. You're showing that you are listening and that you care about your constituents' wants and needs. And I think that is so important as a public official to really send that message and mean it to your community. That's who you represent. We are who you represent. If you say no, we won't quit, and I'm sure you know this being the 3rd time we've come to you. We are a strong and resilient people, and as you can see, this issue is very close to our hearts. Also, I just want to say that it's inevitable for Indigenous Peoples Day to become a federal holiday. This is just the first wave. This is the beginning. You've seen how many towns, cities, everywhere, there's universities, and there's a big wave for Indigenous Peoples Day being recognized. You could be a leader. Be in that first wave. Don't be shamed into it later. Just start now and make a symbolic effort to create a change for the community. It's so important with the high population of Native peoples in our state and in this city that we recognize them and show them their importance, not only just for our history, but for our future. It's an opportunity for us to heal historical trauma together, and it'll resonate not only through this city, but through the state and the nation as well. I urge you to be a leader and to create a brighter future for our Indigenous populations and the community together as a whole. Wado.